Alright, everybody. Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome back to Vesta Angels Tarot. This is going to be your reading for May 31st, 2025. I hope everybody is well. Okay. Um, so we're going to do, I didn't put it in the title, but it's going to be like an energy check-in reading. Thank you so much to one of my loyal moderators who purchased a copy of my journal calendar that I have now put out on Amazon. You can find the link to the Amazon, um, my store, on my page. Okay. It is an actual 2025 calendar. Um, so, but we only got what, 6 months or so left. So if you don't want to use this like for next year, you don't have to, because all of the pages, goal trackers, plenty of pages for notes and things like this. There's no date. I didn't put any type of date um, on the top of these. Okay, like the week of, the month of. You got 30-day challenges. You got food journals, monthly check-ins for your feelings and emotions. I put pages in here for like your grocery list. If you're just, sitting in bed and you want to write this down, I want us to get back to pen, pencil to paper. Okay, to try to help us to eliminate so much of our human spirit directly into um, computer. Okay, because I believe that also blocks our manifestation, um, because there's no feeling into it, right? It's no feeling into it. When you're writing, when you're journaling, when you have a diary, you don't want to type that into a computer, okay? It makes it synthetic. But when you're writing emojis and a smiley face yourself, and then put some little hair on it, and then draw a flower and a sun and then a heart, and then write your initials and their initials in your diary or something like that, your journal book is more personal. That's how manifestation is. It's not like, oh, let me get my phone or let me type on my computer, and it's a disconnect. Okay. I also got budget planner in here, monthly planner. So planning your activities. You also got the actual months. So, but like I said, you can still use this next year. I will be putting out another one, um, different version, of course. But you can still use this into the next year. You know, January 1st, 2026. You just probably, can't use the calendar that's in the back, but you can still utilize this. Plenty of notes, papers, empty pages for you to write, journal, um, vibe, you know. So thank you so much for the people who have purchased one. I really appreciate it. Oh, and it's very for you to write, journal. Oh, well, at least I got sound. That's good. Talking for nothing. Um, and it's great for teenagers. My daughter love it. I used to buy her diaries from the Dollar Tree and stuff like that. But she likes this now that she got her own checking savings, an actual checking card, and things like that. So she's actually using it. She sent me a screenshot of her using it, checking her feelings and emotions for that day. So I was proud of her for that. She may not, I don't know if she uses it every day, but I was glad to see her that she turned to it to use it. Okay. So like a teenager, it's good, you know. All right. Especially if you give them allowance, you can start the page off by putting their budget of how much you give them, or you give them some money, and then if they go spend it, teach them how to go back to their budget planner page and subtract what they spend it on and things like that, right? All right. All right, let's see what's going on for today. Well, it may not necessarily be for today. It turned 10 o'clock before I knew it. Last time I looked at the clock, it was 6, and I thought I still had some time, um, but I guess not. We got a house card, 10th, Capricorn. Job and career, responsibility, success, becoming a person of power and status. Your destiny, where you're going. Some of you, this is your question right now. And even though 10th house of Capricorn is job and career, some of you are like actually thinking like, where am I going? Okay. Like, what is the next step for me? Especially also probably in love and relationship. Trying to make sure. Now, I'm still looking at phone stands because this ring stand, I don't know, it's broke, and the light or the LED don't even work on it anymore. I don't know how, because it was still brand new when I bought it not too long ago, but I stopped using it for about a year. So it's just, I don't know. So this view, just use it, okay? Just utilize it until I can figure something else out. All right, actually, let's get two more. Oh, okay, thank you. So we got 9, 10, but it came out 10, 9, and then Leo, 5th house, 5, 9, 10. I've been using, or will use, my journal calendar for my 369 method. So you got plenty of empty pages to do your 369. I've never done it before. I'm really kind of scared to do it because it may actually work and bring in a lot of wish fulfillment. Um, the way I would put my manifestation on it. So I'm going to start using my journal calendar to do my 369. I would rather do it pen to paper in a personal journal than trying to type it on my phone. You know, it's a I don't know. Maybe I'm different. I just feel like it's a synthetic disconnect. You know. Um, what's also going on in Leo? K2. Gaining and getting self confidence to create and take a chance can also be on moving to another job, hmm or taking up a leadership. Some of you could be thinking, what if I apply to be a manager or a shift lead or a supervisor or CFO or COO, you know. hmm Some of you, your mind, this K2 Rahu movement, and I know everybody don't work, so just give me a chance. Because it's still talking about taking leadership over oneself, because nobody is going to give you leadership. They can appoint you to leadership, but you have to be the confidence within to be able to sustain it, right? Mm. Long range thinking. Yeah. Long range thinking of your job career. What do I want to do? What do I want to do next? Um, some of you are also looking or thinking very heavily and in manifestation and or prayer about this is K2 energy too. Like a spiritual connection to something that you do. Um, for myself, I often thought about Reiki healing, becoming a Reiki healer. I don't even know who to get in contact with or whatever the case may be. Um, because I also noticed and I'm just using myself as an example, through past relationships, I also noticed that I may have been a hands-on spiritual healer. Okay. I mean, if you know, you know what I'm talking about. But, I mean, because you'll get what I'm saying. Because when you look back on your past relationships, um, you could see if you were the healer or if you were more of the issue or drama. Even by your touch and or massage. Um, like they say, also you get healing through cooking. You know, um, you know how sometimes you go into an old school restaurant and be like, "Oh, grandma must be back there cooking because these collard greens or this cabbage or this cornbread or this Salisbury steak or this baked chicken is surely is good today or whatever." So I know grandma back there cooking, so I know it's healing through food, healing through music, the frequency and vibration. Hasta, which is hands, sixth house of Virgo energy, is also healing. A lot of people can become chiropractors and massage therapists and masseuse, right? Because they have that healing touch, that energy. I think it also is kinetic energy, the electricity that we hold, the energy um, that we can create from our own body through our hands, right? But not only through job, career, but um, nurses. We do have some unfortunately bad nurses and doctors, but um, Hasta is also like I said, Virgo sixth house of health. Hasta is hands. Okay, so um, sometimes you got some bad doctors, bad nurses, unfortunately some bad um, pediatricians and bad people who unfortunate in their career. They just shouldn't be working that type of way through a healing sense with their hands. I don't know why I'm on this topic, but it must be meant for somebody, or somebody may be needing to go to the doctor, the dentist, a pediatrician, or need a massage, masseuse, or chiropractor. Okay. But um because you got some bad dentists that are just rough, and then you got some dentists that just be like, okay, you're finished, and you be like, what? It's over? Really? And I was had so much anxiety and stress and never wanted to go, not me, but never wanted to go to the dentist and things like that because of a bad experience from a previous dentist that was just rough with their hands in a gentle area of the mouth. So obviously that particular dentistry did not have the healing of hasta of the hands. You get what I'm saying? So it is some type of spiritual value of connection, leadership here. This also can still be pertaining to love relationship. Where am I going? Is this my destiny? Um, how much more do I need to be responsible for this connection? Um, because some of you may feel that it's a more spiritual value connected to it than maybe the other person, or maybe they don't see it or feel it yet, however the case may be. All right, so I am going to put these how they came out, but the energy, let's check the bottom of the deck. Uranus, stirring up the situation, be open to new ideas, invent a way, and also an unusual example, a different way of looking at something, and an unexpected change. See, this is what I'm saying. Some type of unexpected change can come about, especially in your job career. Some of you may decide to switch up what you're doing, and get into some type of leadership role. Or maybe you just apply for a regular position, but they see your creativeness. They see your self confidence to be able to invent, create, to look at things differently, to be different, to be open to ideas, but still follow their procedures and policies, right? You still got to do that. Um, and that you would be the one to come into that office, that building, that company, um, as new type of leadership, and also probably to stir up the situation. Maybe you have stirred up something at your job that caused somebody to see you a different way. Now, if this is, or you're stirring up your own self with Uranus energy here, where you're about to take a different route in your career. Maybe it's not too much different than what you're doing already, but just with a different company. But some of you do have some type of higher role in mind. Okay, you do. Like, if they can be this, I know I can do it. You see what I'm saying? Like, if they have been appointed shift lead, shift manager, supervisor, operations manager, and they like that, and I know the type of person I am, this is what you're saying. Oh, I know I need to apply for it then. Because you know you got the self confidence and the willingness, the strength to take a chance, right? Some of you, if this is about connection, you're waiting and hoping for this person to unexpectedly look at your situation together, your love relationship, your dating process differently and spiritually. You're hoping and you're waiting for that stir up and to be open to a new idea of coming together, maybe having some type of certain situation. I don't know. Let's see what else come out. We haven't seen Uranus come out in a while. Even though I had stopped using this deck for a moment. Um, Now, I don't keep up with tropical western anymore. Not like that. Not for particularly readings. So I don't know where Uranus is. Not when it comes to Vedic. And that's what I do on this channel. Um, Now, maybe you can Google it. I'm not going to take the time right now to do that. I'm not even going to pull up my own Vedic personal chart to see where Uranus or Uranus is. So if you want to research on your own, maybe ask Chat GPT or whatever y'all do and use, okay? And ask where is Uranus, in what house, according to Vedic sidereal, and see what they say. Oh yeah, Eight of Wands. Or this could probably be Eight of Cups. Positive movement forward. I think that is Eight of Cups because it's sitting on water. Now, okay, we have a detour in our message, okay? Because of this moon coming up, and it's going to be a very big deal of the alignment, I believe, of the sun, the moon, and somebody else. I forgot. Um, I'll find out for the next read. Now, the sun is Leo here. The ninth house is Sag. And then we got 10th house of Capricorn. Hmm. I wanted to see something. I wanted to check something out real quick. Because, with Uranus energy, is very much connected to your psychic abilities. Okay, your intuitiveness. Um, and it's very much give me almost Mars energy in some type of way. but more like on the water end, and Mars is more of the fire end, because Uranus is, it's like a shakeup. It's like a rebel, okay? Like somebody who rebels against, um, well, you're not gonna tell me what to do, or I'm gonna stir up trouble. I'm gonna be trouble, right? And with this moon that's coming up, the flower moon. No, no, no. Yeah, is it a flower or the strawberry? I believe it's the strawberry moon coming up June the 11th. This is going to be very connected to this, especially with this Eight of Cups coming out here. Somebody's about to be the rebel and shake up something, okay? Um, and it's going to be through or by their psychic knowledge, their intuitive sense, high priestess energy, okay? Now, also, don't forget, or if you didn't know, Uranus, because people say it differently, um, is very much about computers and technology. Okay, so some of you could be getting some type of role connected to computers. I don't know. Your computer or some of our technology as a collective may also get on the fritz. Some of you, this is going to be your clue that you finally, I don't know how many days, I ain't even trying to count. Well, tomorrow is the 1st, and I said the 11th. So the next eight, the next eight to the next 8 to 11 days, some of you may be a rebel and just say, bump it. Okay, I'm gone, I'm out, I'm finna be the rebel, I'm finna switch up, I'm finna go to another job interview, I'm finna leave. Some of you, unfortunately, could get fired. I'm not trying to wish it on nobody. And it can be because people see you too much as a leader. And you know, a lot of people don't like that, especially if you have a supervisor, a manager, or whoever, right, that's over you, over the company, and they see that you are more than who they are, but they got the title and your title is lesser than them. People don't like that. They don't like it. Envy, jealousness. We also got philosophies and laws that are here, doing something in a big way. The ninth house, or if you also want to say, like Nine of Cups energy. Some of you may start up your company because you may just up and quit. Somebody may all of a sudden call you back where you did apply from, or and they say, hey, you know, maybe you didn't do the interview, or maybe you can get an interview done by then, and you're instantly hired, and you just stir up your old company by just up and quitting. You know, like bump a 2 week notice. Y'all don't give me a 2 week notice when y'all about to fire me. That's how I operate. So to me, that's triumph. It go both ways. Why I gotta give you 2 week notice? When you fire me on the spot, that ain't no 2 week notice. Eight of Cups, two triumphs. But y'all don't be like me. Y'all get y'all little 2 week notice. I ain't worried about it. Just like y'all can replace me, I can replace y'all too with another company. Same way with a person you dating or in love with. Just like you cheating or you replacing me, I can replace you too. Irreplaceable. All right, Eight of Cups to the Triumph. Is that like the Seven of Wands? I don't know. But it is victory. It's also a sense of surrendering. Not surrendering. That's not white. It's aggression. It's I'm fierce. It's this, because I'm looking at the red flag. Red is a connected, and then the Eight of Cups here is also red. You see that? So that's that root chakra coming out. Fierce, survival, energy, aggression, tactics. I'm gonna do this for some of you because I'm scared that root chakra, um, bitterness, anger, also can be this stir up. This also could be an argument, disagreement, or a fight because somebody may not want to look at something differently than you. And we all have different perspectives. That's no issue, that's no problem. But it could just be an unexpected change. Like, hey, 1 minute you was like this, and now unexpected change. Now you're trying to stir up drama or stir up something between us in our dating life, in our marriage, in our relationship. hmm And that puts you in the mindset and activates your root chakra as a sphere of abandonment, bitterness, resentment for some people. Not necessarily saying that's who you are as a person, but if you're being disregarded, rejected, and somebody is trying to um, be one way out of the blue when they have been another way before, that leads you to want triumph for yourself, to take on, right? Your self confidence, to take a chance, to do something bigger, better, to go another way, to make sure you're coming out on top, the triumph here. Okay? And to get on your horse and say, okay, so it's like that. All right, so I'm finna show you triumph. I'm finna have this confidence. I got the confidence. I'm finna take a chance. And I am now thinking long range for myself, and I'm gonna go after and do something else bigger, better, because I can handle the responsibility. I am the success. I know now where I'm going, since I know now that it wasn't going with you, or you wasn't going with me. We wasn't going together. So I'm gonna do the unexpected change, and I'm finna take myself to triumph. And that's what you're gonna say. Throat chakra. Like I said, a argument, fight, everybody is different. But some of you have already been feeling something unexpected. Okay? This is what I've been getting. Some of you have already been feeling something unexpected. It's coming around the corner. It hasn't been throat chakra. It hasn't been said. It hasn't been talked about. It could have already been avoided, right? For some of you, relationships, are we together? Are we not together? Something is stirring up, something is changing. It also could be that somebody is coming into your person's life, stirring up issues, and it's making them look at things differently. That also could be that they looking at you differently now. And the unexpected change is that they want to take a chance and become that self-confidence and that leadership, and to step into this as spiritual value, as a big step for them, as being doing something a big way, which is can be commitment. And now they know where they're going. Also with triumph here. And and usually when stuff like that happens, it asserts all of us. Okay, now I'm in a relationship, now I'm in a long term or something stable, something serious, so I need to make some more money. I need to show my partner, my guy, my girl, right? Um that I'm a leader, especially if they're a masculine. Now they got to show and prove that they're a protector, Leo energy, that that they need to better their career, because now they got purpose, right? They got purpose, responsibility, success, becoming a person of power and status. I got a new girl, and she's the strength card. She's shaped like a lion, okay? Beautiful mane, beautiful hair, beautiful silhouette. She's leadership in her own sense, Queen of Wands energy. So now I need more hours, or now I want to be more assertive in my life, um, as purpose to have triumph, to be bigger and better, right? Because a lot of times that's what just masculines need. They need that purpose to show leadership. Some masculines do it before they find the one, or before they find a mate, or before they make family, or procreation, the making of a child or children. Everybody life path is different, but let's keep going. And if you're new here, I do long readings. Okay, always have. I've been on YouTube since 2000 and something, 15. I do have another channel, Yes or No Tarot. The link is in the description area. I haven't posted over there lately. I will be starting back. But I do under 20 minutes readings over there, and it's nothing but love. Okay? On this channel, everything and anything comes out. So, communication within the next 5 hours, 5 days, 5 weeks. Patience and planning, another number 7. Like I said, if you have been planning all along anyway to leave your company, planning to apply for something to the next level, if you have been patient regarding a person you're dealing with, you know, now I'm seeing unusual example. What is that? Let me get this last card so we can move on to the tarot and other stuff. What is an unusual example? An unusual example for some of you could be that you're actually being patient, which is surprising to yourself. Yeah. And patient in solitude. I did a reading, a couple of weeks ago, and it's still been sticking in my head, or it came out more in my head today before I came on here. And it was the card of observe. Some of you is observing, yeah, the Emperor. Some of you are observing if this person is going to step up, if they're going to be who they act like they supposed to be. A lot of people act like they're a leader, but they're really not. They're lacking the self-confidence. Okay? And some of you could be seeing through that of this person because they're not stepping up. They're more of giving you solitude, not a lot of communication. They could be also, wanting to succeed in their career right now. But even when people say that, that should not stop communication with somebody that you want to date, be with, or be around. And don't let nobody confuse you with that. If they can take the time to order food delivered to their house on an app, that same amount of time they can use that little bitty seconds to text you. Okay? I want to clarify real quick, what is this unusual example that will cause you to look at something a different way? This may be because you start to see something a different way. That is the unexpected change within you to do something or to go after something, which is wedding rings in reverse. Wow, that's not good. Union and marriage, soul connection, everlasting love, and devotion. So, unusual example. That ain't really telling me nothing. Hold on. What is an unusual example? Heartbroken in reverse. Wow. Heartbroken in reverse. Not deeply hurt or sad, not feeling lost, no longer grieving or having despair, and no breakup because it's in reverse. So, an unusual example for some of you is that, like I said, an unexpected change within you because now you are patient and planning could just be about your life period, what you want next. You tried to include this person or stay in this relationship or progress something with somebody. Also, the same with your job or career. You're trying to progress there. You're being patient, but you're still planning. You haven't said or did anything, or maybe you are at the same time speaking to other companies, doing interviews because you want that triumph. You want a positive movement forward in your dating life, love life, marriage, and also job, career. Okay, that's everything. That's everybody around the world, right? Um, an unusual example is if this don't work, first about relationships, you're not deeply hurt and you're not deeply sad. And you're definitely not feeling lost. You're not going to grieve and you're not going to be in a sense of despair if they stay or if they go. If that's a commercial, you know, if this is not the soul connection or everlasting love, um, then okay. So that could be for some of you the unexpected change within you. Because maybe before you used to be very deeply hurt and sad. Took you months, days, years to get over one person, one relationship. But now, on your spiritual journey, this transformation, transition, if you think from now your spiritual journey when you wasn't watching tarot, when you wasn't listening to readers, when you wasn't or didn't have your awakening, okay? If you think back but way before that, yeah, you were always a lot more deeply hurt, deeply sad, grieving and despair, and it took you a while to get over it. Now you understand because of that spiritual journey, that awakening, right? What soul connections is. You're more do what you want to. You're more into the spiritual values. Why harmony is not house of sadness now. You're more into the spiritual values and also the philosophy and laws when it comes to your knowledge now about unions and relationships. Okay, we're gonna go back to that. Let's go ahead and put the tarot out. Eight of Pentacles to the Lovers. Is this gonna work or is it not? Do I love this God enough to stay, or should I continue working, building, do something else? That is the decision. Just like I said, I was gonna stop it too, but they said three. Exactly. Temperance and the patience. Patience and planning. You're having patience with temperance here, and you're planning while you're sitting there as the Two of Swords. Because you're about to throat chakra, Two of Swords, make a decision one way or another. Mm. The Emperor, again, with the Ten of Cups in reverse. Who chimed in? That's Miss Linda. I don't even got my chat open. Hey, Miss Linda. Audio. Oh, please tell me there's audio. Oh, it's breaking up. Audio. Oh, please tell me there's audio. Yeah, me being in this little corner now, I may need to change my desk area. It sounds funny. Well, I may need to change my desk area. It sounds funny. Well, it's coming through okay a little bit on my end. Maybe the playback will be better. Oh, you said it just started? Mm. I don't know. I'm not quite sure on what that is. Maybe the playback will be better. Oh, you said it just started? Okay, Emperor energy. Emperor, of course, is Aries, but Leo also gives very much Aries energy, because both are about leadership, taking a chance, right? Um, both holding that self confidence. Uh, Now, the Ten of Cups is here in reverse also. Let me get on the cards out. The Chariot in reverse on the throat chakra. So that's what the communication is going to be about. Whether you're going to tell your job or not tell your job, uh, or this is something that's about to come up. Okay. Somebody may indicate, or you may indicate to somebody that you want to stay. Uh, Somebody may also ask you for patience or a little bit more patience, because they could be planning something or going through something in their life which will, or that is giving them more responsibility, but is can lead them to a better career or a person of power and status, like they're moving up in their job chain, or they're applying for more money, or they're getting a different job, or they're getting a title now, a job, a wage increase, a salary, or something like that. Because I do have two emperors. Now, the emperor on the Eight of Cups is going to be an emperor that does not have confidence. I'm gonna let you know now. Now, it's not saying that they're not an emperor. It's just that this emperor don't know what to do or what to choose right now emotionally. And with the 10th house of job career coming out, they could be really focusing more, or this is you, uh, on all the responsibilities that you have right now, or that they have. Okay, they may be taking up a class or something like that, or you're about to take on, some type of trade or something like that. Okay, or thinking about it. But a Aries energy next to an Eight of Cups is emotionally unavailable and manipulative. Hmm. Very much. Some of you also could have a choice between two. For some of you, your father also could be at a standstill where there's no emotions or communication between the both of you. But that also could be changing or closing in and getting better. Okay. You may start to look at something differently, or this father energy for you, like a real father, if they're still here, um, may show some type of unusual example towards you. Uh, or in some type of way that causes you to look at something different, because I believe this emperor also wants to do better about this Eight of Cups energy. They do want to succeed and go forward, but It may not necessarily be with you. And for some of you, you may get it and understand and be like, okay, I get it. Okay, I'm not the one that you want to marry. I'm not the one that we need to continue this with. But this emperor here does want marriage success, needs to come out of a sense of sadness, grieving, despair, an old breakup or a breakup that they were going through before they met you, for some of you. But to hold this title as an emperor, they need to fix this Eight of Cups energy because it needs to turn into a 10. 8 plus 2 is what? 10, right? What's the 2? 2 of Cups. And if this emperor does not fix whatever emotionally that's wrong with them, that emotional responsibility, it also will affect their success because they will not, you or them will not be a total emperor. Now, emperors does not run on Eight of Cups energy or water. They do not. But the emperor is all of the kings, right? In the tarot deck, all of the kings in the tarot deck is what makes the emperor. So if the emperor is having issues emotionally, then right now they are being challenged and they do not feel a sense of triumph, success, leadership. They don't feel or about taking a chance. They don't have the self-confidence. They also are not thinking long range. This person and or you may be like, hey, I can't come and see you. I can't travel towards you right now. They also could be having car issues. Okay. I do want to clarify actually this other emperor that's here. And this emperor and or you may also be having authority issues at your job, in your career. And it's making you emotionally devastated, tired, unhappy. And you know that you could be somewhere better. Your leadership qualities, your confidence could be utilized in a whole nother different company. You know, wherever you're at right now could be very emotionally draining. And it's taking you from your triumph by you keep giving your energy to that particular company because you are a ball of energy. And every time you go to your job, you are expelling your energy to that company for them to take it, for them to receive it, to utilize it. Okay? That's what I say. Always do something that you love to do because you will get reciprocated, you know, tenfolds. But if you're getting drained in a relationship or at a job, something that you do not like to do, you are not getting reciprocated. Okay? You're not getting replenished. So, this emperor, this other emperor has the Nine of Pentacles. Now, I don't know if these are the two same emperor cards, people. You could be leaving one to go toward another one, but this emperor is looking at this beautiful divine feminine here that says, hey, you're independent, you're creative, you you take care of yourself, you know, you well maintain, you have self-confidence as a Nine of Pentacles. She's waiting on the Ace of Pentacles, which is this right here, the marriage rings, um, to complete her Ten of Pentacles, to become a spouse, mate, or soul connection to the Emperor. Remember, all of the queens in the tarot deck equals the Empress. Now, you may say, well, I ain't waiting on nobody. We all are waiting on somebody. You may have stopped waiting on somebody for this particular time period, but as a human, um, you were created to have a soul connection, to have a mate. Okay, so if you're taking a break right now, you're not looking for a partner or a relationship or whatever. Okay, I get it. Two of Wands in reverse to Eight of Pentacles, solitude. Okay, all right. Let's put this to the side and let's clarify, why is the Ten of Cups in reverse? You still haven't, you still planning out in your mind. Also could be this person. Two of Wands in reverse. Um, you haven't quite made a decision yet. You're still giving yourself, or something in you, intuitive sense, is trying to look at something a different way. But the more you be to yourself and continue to have the solitude, you're saying, I don't want to be here. I don't want to work on this. I don't want to do this. Okay. You also are losing focus. There it go. The Death card to the healing heart. A relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform. What's dead is dead. Healing, heartbreak, toxicity, addiction, abusive relationship. Some of you, this could be very much emotionally abuse. Because one minute this emperor or you are invested, and then the next minute they're like the chariot. I just told you why. Because of the emperor to Eight of Cups. What? Thank you. So this would be in reverse. Clarifying the chariot and the throat chakra. Can I see you? Will you come this way? Are we moving forward? This is kind of like the Tower card, or the shock value, right? Unexpected change, a sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, and transformation. So some of you are not or won't be shocked right now, um, that they're still not talking, or um, it probably won't even shock you on what they will say when this conversation happens. But you will have a conversation in the next 5 days or something like that. You're gonna have a conversation that you're waiting on. The closer we get to that strawberry moon, June the 11th, you will have it. Also, June the 7th, Mars moves out of Cancer and goes into Leo right there. So that, like, opposition that is hard to connect. This ain't going right. Are we together or not together? That Mars don't like to be in the chariot energy or fourth house of Cancer, because there's fire and water. It gets drowned out, right? Well, you're not supposed to put water on fire. You're supposed to, but you get what I'm saying. So fire energy, of course, don't work well in water. So that's why stuff ain't been going right. I've been telling y'all that. But because of Western and tropical, they say that Mars is in Leo right now, but it's not. Because if it was, y'all would be getting along. Mm. The snake card in reverse. Competition. No competition. I ain't trying to be an enemy to you. No other woman. And not having to look over your shoulder anymore. Mercury is not even going retrograde, until July. Because I'm like, this is giving very retrograde energy. Okay, so now that you know Mercury is going retrograde in July, so anything that needs to be talked about, done, or settled needs to be done in June. Okay? Because it's going to have another breaking period when Mercury goes retrograde in Cancer. The Hammer. Sabotage and rebuild, persistent, working on it, repairing. Some of you with the Eight of Pentacles also in reverse to the Hammer, you're going through a lot of home repairs here. you're working and rebuilding, repairing a lot of things. You also could be having makeover or remodeling done. Okay. Um, and it's gonna kind of got you recluse, because if you got stuff going on inside your house or around your house, whether you building something, they repairing, they're remodeling, you're kind of like the hermit card anyway, because it's kind of like, okay, I can't clean nothing, I can't do nothing, I'm kind of like stuck. It kind of makes you just stay in one spot because stuff is scattered everywhere, right? Um, so with this falling up under here, I need something, because with this falling up under here, it seems like, is somebody going to sabotage and not want to work on and rebuild on this to repair it? Or is this you? Because remember, these other two cards came up first, where that you may be more of the one that you don't want to repair it. This also can be friendship, platonic, don't have to be love. Also, job, career. Your job or your supervisor, your manager could be like, okay, can we fix this? What can we do to make you feel better here for you to stay? Nothing. Because my marriage rings is in reverse. I don't want this partnership. Anytime you sign up to work for a company, that is a partnership. Everything is not about marriage. Okay? Anytime you sign your name on a dotted line to anything, you are partnering with that company and that situation. Car insurance, car note, lease, mortgage, bank, credit card, employee, W 2, visa, passport, driver's license. Don't let these people tell you no different. Okay? So you may be the one that pulled this Uranus Uranus card, okay? Where you start to look at things different. And the unexpected change with you was that you was working on it, but now you sabotage it and you don't want to repair it. And I say that because the Eight of Pentacles is here next to the Solitude. But we gonna see. Oh, no we not. Death card. Mm. Well, some of y'all definitely dealing with the Scorpio. But if not, they definitely got like a Scorpio moon or rising, or you do. Because we all are all 12 zodiac signs. Don't let nobody tell you different. Okay? You are fire when you need to be fire. You are water when you're loving and kissing on your child, your children, your husband, your spouse, your girlfriend, boyfriend. Um, when you're feeling emotional, that's the water in you. When you're earth, you're working, you're building. And when you're air, you're thinking, you're communicating, you know, you're in your psychic ability, your intuition. You're all 12 zodiac sign. You're all four elements of this Gaia. Okay? So I don't like it when people say, or you may have it in your chart. No, you already got it in your chart. You just don't know where in your chart because you don't have your chart. Mm. Death card, passionate. Perceptive, focused, determined, fixed. Oh, so that's what it is. Yeah. They're a fixed sign, or you are. Which is the world card. Psychological, deep, probing, sexual, possessive, resourceful. Unexpected change. Some of y'all may have thought it was over or that it's going to end. But whatever this is, you may start to look at something a different way. Mm. And be spontaneous and actually decide to be more tender and to start brand new. Remember, the death card is an ending. Yes, it can be final, but it also is a transformation, transition to begin anew. Now, of course, that's going to be different for everybody. You're thinking on it with the solitude, you're heavily evaluating it, okay? You're very determined to figure this out and to get an answer for yourself more than an answer from this person. Because if this is you over here, then as a Nine of Pentacles, you like, hey, I'm fine on my own. I'll wait until the proper Emperor, okay, or even a King of Pentacles would do good for her, and both of you can build, okay, to the 10, and both of you turn into the Empress and the Emperor, right? Because it's all about building. When you're talking about relationships and partnerships, it's all about building. So you're like, hey, I can stay persistent and keep working and repaying on myself and things in my life. I don't have to do this here. But the death card also can be an ending, like I said, but it can lead to brand new. And that may be of how you're looking or will look at something differently. Now, of course, I'm not saying this for everybody. Um, some people, some things just need an ending. World card, like I said. So whoever this is or you is definitely is a fixed sign. So they're fixed in their path. Okay? They're fixed in their psychological. They're fixed in their determination, their perceptive, and their passion and their focus. Uh, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, and I also include Capricorn with the World card. It used to be Capricorn first for Saturn, but then Western tropical uh, astronomy and astrology moved it from Capricorn and put it on Aquarius, Saturn. Okay, so, but like I said, something is not over here. It's still pending. And I feel, what is this throat chakra? I feel on what is going to be said and talked about. It landed in concerned energy because the conversation hasn't happened yet. Bottom of the deck is a loyal friend, supportive. You may want to talk to somebody, a friend or a colleague or something like that, a read, I don't know, you know. But this is about loyalty, devotion, faithful, companionship. Some of you may be thinking about a pet, gaining a pet, or you got a supportive, emotional pet. But even if this person say, hey, can we just be friends? No. No. Especially if you have been intimate with this person. No. So don't let them give that to you as an scapegoat. Because as a tactic with an Emperor to an Eight of Cups, that's them emotionally chickening out. Okay, to friend to friend zone you after, because Scorpio energy is very sexual also. To friend zone you after a sexual encounter, short or long. Um, well, that didn't sound very right. I cannot. Let me get these two cards. Resourceful, finances, investment, prosperous, money, income, commerce, multiply large quantity, standing alone, guidance, government, corporate. See, I kept telling y'all about corporate here because that is 10th house of Capricorn, your career. Institutions, experience, uh, air, Eurite. I don't even know what that is. I need to Google and find out what it is. And hierarchy, which is also kind of like the Hierophant energy. So I was clarifying the throat chakra. So this conversation is going to be, like I said, guidance about both of you listening to your intuitive scent, your psychic knowledge. Okay, like I told you about Uranus, Uranus, and then also, like I said, some of you may start be using computers more, training or getting some type of class or some type of job. You may be needing to use computers. It could be scanners inside the warehouse. It could be actual computer laptops or desk units inside corporate, the government, or also some type of institution. Um, so in concern energy, I'm trying to figure this out before I let y'all go. This hasn't happened yet, according with on the throat chakra. Okay, what is the health of this relationship? What is the vibe? Is there vitality still? Can you establish roots? Um, is this more about personal growth? Um, Personal is personal, not together, right? Past life and evolving. So the communication, you may want to stir it toward, the tree of life. Can we ground this? Can we make amends? Can we, you know, is there still, or can there be loyalty and devotion here? Because are we thicker than water? Because remember, roots go all the way down into the ground, right? And some of y'all with the chariot in reverse, you may feel that this person is in and out of your life. Um, could be really about more of their money. You know, they could act like they rather be alone than be in a relationship. Um, but I feel more the conversation is going to be about the vitality, because even with the chariot card in reverse, you're not doing anything, you're not going anywhere, you haven't been going out lately or whatever, or at all. But it still also could be with about this money here. Some of you or somebody may not have a car or has car trouble. This also is about investing into both of you or one of you more than the other, taking control as the chariot into this tree here, or the tree of life. I just really wish that the chariot was in the upright, because it would make this part, me clarifying it, very much more positive. This person also could talk a lot about money. Oh, I don't have the money, or I'm trying to save, I'm trying to build. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. But, this person also could be acting more about they want to do this alone, you know. And maybe they do need that personal growth to be able to become a total emperor, because they could be a king of pentacles, okay? Needing to have this personal growth, spiritual value, or spiritual transformation to become an emperor. They also could want child, family, especially with this here, or they already got a child or children, and or marriage, or coming from a marriage, or restarting. What is this resources? But I do see some of y'all moving to a more corporate type of institution, whether it's, you know, a place that has more technology. Let's just say that. Okay? that uses a lot more technology here. So some of y'all, a new job, something that you're doing, somewhere where you're moving. It could be one of those smart city homes or something, okay? Especially with all this remodeling or smart city. It's more technology that is coming here or is being implemented into your life, um, or some type of institution like a hospital, a jail, also could be a church, um, a doctor's office. Some of you, some type of new government facility or corporate place or institution is going to be built inside of your community or neighborhood because they're getting the finances from the government or from some other type of corporate institution, as an investment, and they're going to be digging ground. Okay, so some of y'all got will start having a lot of your natural earth being dug up, a lot of your resources in your community and or area to build this new government place, corporate company, or some type of institution. If you're into commerce, I feel that, and this is not financial advice, some of y'all need to invest into resources. Okay, you'll have some money come back to you. If you already have some type of stocks, your stocks will start to show vitality. All right, so see there, love call in reverse. I'm clarifying again the throat chakra. This has not been talked about yet, but it will be. It won't give it to me. Okay. Um, it's in reverse, not expressing love, no messages of love, not thinking of you, not informing you. It won't give me what it is. I guess because, I don't know, maybe Mars need to come out of Cancer. Is that the Three of Swords? No, it's the Eight. That's even worse. With the Four. One of you or both of you are very much feeling uneasy. Could be more of this other person than you about this love call message or communication. Okay, I don't know if this person owe you money or you owe them, um, but it's about them investing into grounding this, building roots, evolving, taking this to the next level. They keep avoiding talking about love or expressing love. That's gonna still be difficult with an emperor next to a eight of cups. He or she definitely ain't finna express no love, but that's what you need. That's what you want. That you that's what you just need to hear. Cause if it's not, okay, death card. Ain't nobody got time to play with you. Like Eight of Swords. Hmm. Um. These cards did me like this the other day, and y'all know rarely did I get. I'm not stumped, but sometimes as readers, it's not for us to pull and to know and to give you the information because it just needs to happen. Silence. All right, that's it for tonight. You see what I'm saying? It's not. Sometimes it's not for us to read. Mhm. You know why also I'm getting is because this is a personal growth, a personal choice for you and for them. It's not for me to continue to pull cards and to um, pull them out of this. This is something that the Emperor Eight of Cups need to do for their self and also you as making a choice here. because it was in reverse. You understand? And again, like I told you, what did I tell you about the moon? The moon over the third eye. Mm-hmm. The moon. So it may actually be quiet or very lack thereof of messages. Um, no good mornings, no good nights, no what you doing. Hey, can I see you? Let's go somewhere. It may be very, very lack of all of that until this moon happened. And that's on the 11th. But on the 7th, Mars moves out of Cancer and moves to Leo here. So some type of confidence for some people is being gained here. A decision in the making. The solitude, the silence, the you got two silence cards. So this is not talking. This is not talking. But the book is open. You're leaving the book open for things to still be talked about, planned, okay? Decided. Like I said, that's patience and planning. Whether this is about love, relationship, or job or career, your book is still open. It's not, even if it's transitioning, you're not through, you're not finished. You still have things that you need to do and accomplish. Even if you're leaving one job, going to another, your book is still open for you to write more stories, to continue your journey. If this person is not it, then they're not it. But your book is not closed. It's not going to be closed just because they don't want or decide to be with you, or um, they're not deciding to commit. Okay, well, my chapter of my book is still open. Move out the way so I can continue writing. Like I said, in your journal, in your book, your 369 method. Okay, you ain't stopping nothing. You know, because thinking about it, unusual example. You don't want an emperor who is not emotionally connected with oneself, because they're really gonna have a very lack of intuitive sense. Clinging to the past in reverse. Okay, so that's gonna be it for tonight. I appreciate y'all stopping by. My fault if it's something about the audio during the video. I don't know quite what that is. It could be because I'm against this wall. But I really appreciate y'all stopping by. Right. Get out the way. Shout out to Ludacris down here in Atlanta, Georgia. Um, I don't know if he still lives down here or not, but you know, that was where that song from the 90s, Move, Get Out the Way. Hmm. All right, y'all. It was nice chatting with you all. If I went too fast, always play it back. Like I said, you can come back to this read, um, bookmark it, or save it to a playlist, because days are flying by. Tomorrow is the 1st, so it'll be the 7th or the 6th before you know it. And then you'll feel that energy of Mars leaving Cancer, moving into fifth house of dating, going out, having fun, meeting people, procreation. Be careful of pregnancy if you're not wanting to have a child. Intimacy levels also would pick up. But remember, K2 is there. So K2 is about past life. So I feel that this person is trying to figure out, um, why are they so psychologically connected to you? And it can be because of past life. And a lot of people is going to be feeling like that. Like I said, unexpected changes, unusual examples. A lot of different people will be coming together. And all the usual type of people will be separating, because people will be looking for more in spiritual value for as relationships and connections than just oh he's hot, oh she's fine type of one night stands, let's just date, oh it's all about money type of relationships. That's gonna be a disconnect. Okay, remember I told you already. Okay, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.